Hello guys. Alright, let's continue going with what we were learning last class. Okay, last class we learned how to cancel out fractions, okay, especially when it comes to those polynomials, where if you have something that is the same on top than on the bottom, you can cancel out. We're kind of still doing the same thing today. The only difference is today we're actually gonna solve it, okay? Meaning, if I have something like, okay, 4r squared minus 12r divided by 2r, okay? Sometimes you might see it with parentheses, okay? It's okay, it's still the same thing. Remember, last class we were trying to cancel things out. Today, we're not really going to do that, okay? We're actually going to solve them. We're actually going to plug them in. Which means that all we have to do is write 4r squared divided by our number that was being divided by, which is 2r, right? 2r minus the 12 that we have divided by, again, the same number, okay? Everything that's been divided inside the parentheses has been divided by the same number. So 2r. All you have to do, guys, okay, is reduce as much as you can, okay? If you guys notice, 2 can go into 4, okay? When that happens, okay, you just get the number. So 2 can go into 4 2 times. Now, if you guys remember on a previous concept, okay, when you're dividing radicals, okay, I mean not radicals, numbers or variables that have an exponent, all you have to do to those exponents is subtract the exponents. Meaning, since there's no exponent here next to this r, there's always a 1, okay? So we will be saying 2 can go to 2 times, and then r, 1, okay? Let's use another color here. I'm going to do the side over here. I'm going to do r1 minus, or in this case it's the 2 first, 2 minus 1, okay? So 2, the division becomes a minus, a 1. So we have r, 2 minus 1, which in this case becomes r, right? Or r1. So our next number is r, okay? If you want to put the 1 in there, that's fine. I usually don't put it in there because it's just a 1. Minus, again, notice that the 2 can go into the 12. 2 can go into 12. Any suggestions? 6 times, right? So 2 can go into 12, 6 times. Again, there's nothing there, so there's a 1. So r1 minus r1, they cancel out. So our answer is 2r minus 6. The reason why is, notice that the number 2 has a variable, the 6 doesn't. You cannot combine a coefficient number with a constant, okay? Keep in mind, think of water and oil. When you mix water and oil, it doesn't really mix, right? The same with numbers with variables and numbers that don't have variables, okay? All right, make sure you write it down. Gonna do one more, just a little more practice. All right. All right. So for our second one, let's use another color. We have parentheses 3x squared minus 8x plus 4 divided by 4x. Okay? Again, all we have to do is put the 4x under each one of our terms. Okay? Just a little recap of when we started in this class. If you guys remember, we have monomial, which is 1. Okay? Binomial, 2. Trinomial, 3. And polynomial when it comes 4 or more. Okay? Terms. Alright. So let's go with this brown. We're going to write our first one, which is 3x squared over our 4x, okay, minus 8x over 4x plus 4 over 4x. Okay, notice that I use the same numbers, the same terms. I plugged in our term on the other side of the division sign, on the bottom of each one, for a division purpose. Alright, now, when it comes to numbers like this, notice that we have a 4, well, we have a 3 divided by 4. Since they cannot go into each other, okay, we're going to leave it as it is. Okay, we're going to write 3 over 4. Let's use another color. Let's use this purple. Alright, so you have 3 over 4. Okay, make sure you guys can see it. Yep, 3 over 4. Again, x's are still the same. Okay, remember x2, there's a 1 here because there's no number, so there's always a 1. So we have x2 minus x1, which in this case 2 minus 1 is just 1, right? So 1x. Then we have our next term, which is, let's use this color, minus 4 can go into 8, okay, 2 times x minus x, because there's a 1 here and a 1 there. They cancel out, right? So it's just 2. And then finally, we have plus, notice that there is no variable up here, okay? There was no error. That's the way the problem is. Since there's no variable there, there's nothing you really can do to it. So it stays as it is, okay? So plus 4 over 4x, okay? So our final answer for this problem is, well, technically, we can combine, right? The 4's here. 4 can go into 4 one time. So technically, it should be 1x. 1 over x. If we just reduce, at least. So we can do 1 over 1, okay? Some of you might ask yourself, why just not 1x? Because again, there's no variable up here, okay? So our final answer is so we have 3 over 4x minus 2 plus 1 over 1x. You might ask yourself, how come we didn't combine 3 over 4x and 1 over 1x? The reason is x is for both numbers here, for the whole fraction, where x over here is only for the bottom. Okay? That's why they're not the same, so we cannot combine them. Okay? Alright, make sure, again, you write it on your notes. Make sure you submit a picture of your notes to me. Also, remember guys, write everything I write on the board. Okay? Alright, your assignment for today is whoa. Oh, wrong 2. Alright. We have the few problems. Let's use black. Your first one is x to the third power plus 2x to the second power minus x divided by x. Okay? The second one, we're going to have 2x to the third plus 12x squared minus 8x divided by 2x. Okay? There's one more. The last one's going to be oh, 3x cubed plus 15x squared minus 21x divided by 3x. Okay? Alright guys, so there's 3 problems on the board. Make sure you answer all 3. Okay, make sure you have any questions. You go ahead and send me an email. Alright, as soon as you're done watching the video, make sure you send me your answers. Okay? Alright guys, so I'll be here waiting for your email.